Picture this. You build a company that literally writes the rule book for modern marketing. You ride that massive wave all the way to a $42 billion valuation. I mean, you are at the absolute peak of the tech world. But then, almost overnight, the whole foundation just cracks.
A 79% drop in market cap. And look, this isn't some slow, agonizing, decades-long decline. No, this is a sudden, massive nosedive for a company that everyone thought was untouchable. It is this crazy high-stakes paradox where the business is actually still growing, they're still making money, but the market is just holding its breath, basically waiting for the end.
So, what actually happened to the most important company in marketing? Well, let's dive into this explainer. Because to understand how a giant like this stumbles, you really have to understand how they learned to walk in the first place, right? Let's rewind the clock.
Section 1. The Inbound Marketing Revolution. Flipping the Funnel.
Okay, think back to 2006. Marketing back then was just dominated by annoying spam emails and telemarketers. It was like throwing this massive, exhausting fishing net blindly at consumers, hoping you catch something. Well, the founders of HubSpot, Brian Halligan and Dharmesh Shah, they looked at this and realized, this is totally broken. They asked a brilliant question. What if we replace that annoying net with a magnet? They noticed people were starting to use search engines to just research products on their own terms. So they built an entire system around letting those customers come to you.
Section 2. Building the Content Factory, the growth engine.
To make this whole magnetic approach actually work, HubSpot started giving away an immense amount of value completely for free. Think of things like their website grader tool, which ended up evaluating millions of sites. And this fueled a ridiculously simple but absolute genius strategy. Step 1. Publish incredibly helpful content. Step 2. Rank high on Google. And Step 3. Seamlessly convert those readers into paying customers. Boom! This was the birth of inbound marketing. I mean, a single blog post could pull in 100,000 visitors years after they hit publish, bringing in hundreds of highly qualified leads.
And wow, did that inbound engine work flawlessly. We're talking revenue exploding from a humble $255,000 in 2007 all the way up to $271 million by 2016. And then, COVID hit. Every late adopter business out there was suddenly forced to rush online, and HubSpot's growth just went into hyperdrive. They accelerated to a jaw-dropping $2.63 billion in revenue by 2024, grabbing nearly 248,000 customers along the way. That is literally a 10,000-fold growth.
Section 3. A very bizarre office culture. The Montessori tech startup.
Now, behind all of that explosive growth was a seriously bizarre internal environment. When a seasoned journalist named Dan Lyons joined the team in 2013, he uncovered a workplace that rapidly checked off basically every single tech startup cliche you could possibly imagine. We are talking a candy wall, bouncy ball desk chairs, noon push-up clubs right in the lobby, wild Friday parties, shower pods with, let's just say, questionable uses. And honestly, the most disturbing part, when an employee got fired, management would disguise it by literally calling it a graduation. It was this total lifestyle brand approach, heavily designed to distract a young, low-paid workforce with mandatory fun. Lyons summed up this forced fun culture absolutely perfectly in his eventual book. He noted that the office looked exactly like the Montessori preschool his kids went to. The workspace was divided into these Boston-themed neighborhoods, complete with musical instruments just sitting there for spontaneous jam sessions, which, unsurprisingly, nobody ever actually played. Work couldn't just be, professional work. It was mandated to be this nonstop playground. But there was a much darker reality hiding beneath those candy walls. Lyons described these cramped, shoebox-sized rooms where young employees were just packed in together, staring at laptops, churning out endless articles. They literally referred to it as the content factory. They even threw these exhausting all-nighters that they branded as content hackathons. So that magical inbound marketing machine, in reality, it was just a grueling, high-volume assembly line.
Section 4. The extortion scandal disrupted.
So Lyons ultimately quits, and he pens a tell-all book titled Disrupted. And before this thing is even published, word gets back to HubSpot's leadership, and they go into an absolute unhinged panic. Executives genuinely viewed this satirical book as a direct financial threat to their share price. The escalation here was terrifyingly fast. There were aggressive attempts to get a hold of the manuscript involving actual email hacking and extortion attempts. It escalated so severely that the FBI actually launched a federal investigation into the company. The fallout was just massive.
HubSpot ended up firing its chief marketing officer, a VP resigned, and the CEO himself got sanctioned by the board.
Section 5. AI breaks the business model, the Google disruption.
Now, HubSpot managed to survive that PR disaster, but a way bigger force was coming for them, ready to disrupt their entire business model. And that force was Google. In 2024, Google launched AI Overviews. In this fundamentally broke HubSpot's inbound marketing machine. Think about it. The entire premise of inbound marketing relies on a user searching for a question, actually clicking the link to your blog, and then entering your sales funnel. But when Google's AI instantly summarizes the perfect answer right there at the top of the search page, well, the user has zero reason to ever click that link. And this massive technological shift created a super grim reality for HubSpot's web traffic. Let's look at the numbers. In March of 2023, HubSpot's blog was pulling in over 24 million monthly visits. Fast forward to November 2024, that had nearly halved. And by January 2025, it had plummeted to just 6.1 million. Up to 80% of their inbound traffic just vanished into thin air in less than 2 years. Unbelievable.
You see, the old Google algorithm used to reward their content factory approach, which was all about sheer volume. HubSpot used to rank for totally random things like cover letter templates or famous quotes just to drive traffic and flood the algorithm. But the new AI-powered Google, it rewards specialized, deep expertise. If a site tries to rank for literally everything under the sun, AI just doesn't view it as a trusted source anymore. This actually forced HubSpot to quietly delete over 30,000 of their own blog posts, simply because their old volume strategy was now actively hurting them.
Section 6. Can SaaS survive AI? A pivot to survival.
After a heavily rumored $35 billion acquisition by Google ended up falling through, very likely due to antitrust concerns, HubSpot was basically left to fend for itself in this brand new AI-dominated world. And to their credit, they pivoted hard. They integrated AI directly into their software and shifted over to an outcome-based pricing model. So now customers only pay when an AI agent successfully resolves a ticket. And technologically speaking, it's actually working. Reportedly, AI is resolving around 70% of support tickets across thousands of their customers. This pivot even helped them beat revenue expectations, hitting $881 million in a recent quarter.
And yet, here we arrive at the ultimate irony. Despite growing their revenue, despite reaching nearly 300,000 customers, and despite finally turning a consistent profit, the market still punished them. The exact day they announced this new AI survival bet, their stock plummeted 19%. Investors looked at those price cuts and outcome-based models, and they didn't see an exciting innovation. They saw desperation. Today, the company is valued at roughly $11 to $12 billion, which is just a shadow of its former peak.
So the crucial takeaway here is this. We are watching an existential crisis unfold in real time. HubSpot is currently stuck in this weird limbo. They're profitable, sure, but they are being heavily discounted by a very skeptical market. And it raises a massive question for the entire software industry. If AI can instantly disrupt the very company that invented modern inbound marketing, breaking their entire traffic model overnight, is any traditional seat-based SaaS company truly safe right now?